It's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. Off your mind, like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Hello there.
Dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun dá wa sí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun.
Please let me know if this audio is perfect just before we get fully into this. Good evening to you. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun live.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun diary, diary Politico. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Tell them.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Ayé sọ́ra yìí. Presido bá rú sí o. Ayé sọ́ra yìí.
Maiyegun today. Good afternoon to you, good morning to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is your Maiyegun live again. Tonight, I want to open the line. It's going to be a conversational one, okay? Which means that I will say a few things. Then I'm going to take calls. Then I'll continue sharing other things along the line as well. Interesting one if you are going to be part of it. Let us acknowledge the state of things as we speak now, and why, for those who are smart enough to begin to see the picture clearer before they will begin to feign surprises. When did that happen? How did we get here and there? As of today, APC, Egbekegbe, the Al-Qaeda People's Congress, the Apanijaye People's Congress, they have been in power for 7 years. And just before now, many of us were made to believe that there is something called federal character. Federal character is the a laid down sort of unwritten norm which those who are the owners of Nigeria put together to have every part of Nigeria represented in the governance, decision making, every day-to-day running of that contraption. The federal character means if a northerner, the political part of it, if a northerner is president, after him should be a southerner. There is also what they call the federal character, which is not really federal, by the way, on religion, to balance things, just to show that, oh, you are represented there, don't worry. If it's about your faith, don't worry. If it is about your region, don't worry. You are fully represented, and therefore nothing will be done without your consent as well, whether for or against. That was the federal character, but Boko Haram destroyed all of that. Boom. He came, he saw, and he destroyed what has now become the state. It's like establish impunity, whereby today just one region dominates the entire institutions that constitute government of Nigeria, to the detriment of other people, which is also part of the reasons why when you see Nigerians goes into their electoral charade, they go into it because it is about winners take it all. Once you manage whatever you can do, just win. You take it all. People can complain. They just have to go and wait for their turn. There is nothing like we are doing this for our country. No. It is turn by turn. Nigeria limited. So federal character got destroyed, battered, bastardized by this Boko Haram and his own northern crooks. They born to rule rogues who have brought upon us death, poverty, destructions of monumental magnitude from northern Nigeria. PDP, that was the opposition, who also lost power simply because the northern Nigeria felt cheated that Yaradua couldn't finish his own tenure. And therefore, Goodluck Jonathan can never go for the second time, or else Nigeria will burn. The same PDP decided to throw the southern Nigeria under the bus for the sake of northern Nigeria, because according to them, only a northern candidate can win an election against APC, even if he has to go against the normal little fragment of whatever they call that should have been the glue, the fake Abonike glue that they used to glue Nigeria together. Yet it looks scattered, apart, divided, because it's fake. So PDP for Atiku, right? They threw the southern Nigeria under the bus because they want to win election. That's the first betrayer. The second one is coming from Kolu, who is a southerner. By federal character, you will say he's from the south. It should be. Then what about that character? He is also desperate. He wants to be president, whatever condition, anything, even if he has to go against the norm. Call the bluff of those they will call their bluff. Now, they have also produced APC, Egbekegbe, has now produced Kolu and Boko founder, which they have now presented as Ashiwaju Shettima, Ashishe 2023. So you can choose your poison. I'm going to get to every part, so no rush. Then you also have, and the reason is so, in northern Nigeria, the population of those who are Christians in northern Nigeria is put, to the ratio of 60-40. Some said it's actually 50-50, but with the level of violence that these jihadists have already unleashed on the indigenous people of northern Nigeria, including those who are identified as Christians, including the state-sponsored persecution against the Christians in northern Nigeria. Now, it has now gotten to a stage whereby in your Nigeria of today, forget it, Jare, you don't really matter. Yeah, they don't really matter anymore. Because these people want to win an election. And they will tell you, it's about competence, it's about this, it's about that. Who are they talking about competence of? They are talking about Tinubu competence, Shettima competency, and you are buying that. Now your choice, though. I'm just trying to make your options clearer, especially to those who have seen through all of that and decided that they would never be caught in the web of this old charade. But wait for it. Now, before now, we have heard the Islamic cleric or clerics from northern Nigeria who have said they would never let any infidel lead them. One Nigeria. And people were paid, clerics were paid to preach that message in their different mosques in northern Nigeria. While many of these northern states are investing so much in dissipating the number of, decimating the number of the Christian communities in northern Nigeria. For real, all of these killings you are hearing and witnessing, if you have told that they are 90% of the communities who are like Christian communities, deliberately religious war there. Now, we have started seeing the Christian and the pastors also now preaching that, this is war against the kingdom of God. This is different things that people have seen, right? I'll show you some of them tonight. So there's no point in you thinking I'm trying to probably make some of these things up. They are what they are. Maybe not everybody will be able to say them the way I am saying them right now. Kind of too direct, right? Straight to it. That's the difference. But everything I'm telling you right now, I am going to share some of the details of the characters who have participated in all these messages in response to the political happenings in Nigeria of today. Even if they are telling you it's not going to be about religion, it's not going to be about tribe, you can lie to yourselves. but it is going to be. It has always been about your religion. It has always been about your tribe, and it has always been about turn by turn. And that is why maybe this time around, when people know better, the hypocrisy, the lies, some of those biases that you have aligned yourself to, or pretending not to be kind of a biased about, so to say, but you are, especially if you are pushed, if that raw kind of a nerve in you is somehow touched, the tribal gene in you will eventually roar out. The religious bigotry in you will eventually roar out. And guess what? That's these are part of the reasons why, if we care about ourselves, there's no point in pretending and keeping ourselves together, calling it unity. It's not real. Churches are now saying, listen, we are under attack. The satanic this, the satanic that, the this and that, every other thing they have been trying to make people understand that we are under attack. 2023 is our last chance. And with this Ashishe 2023, it is now kind of complete that if they manage to get away, as they would get away with the way they have figured, they have positioned themselves and they're ready. Because, then that will put a final nail on the fraudulent one Nigeria that many of one Nigerianists are still clinging on to. That coffin, it will put the final one on it, because Boko Haram did a lot of damages using this same technique of ethnic supremacy, religious supremacy, and all of that to push the agenda, which has now divided Nigeria beyond what many of you, I don't know how long you've been alive, beyond what you have ever seen before, ever. And that trajectory is where Tinubu and gang are pursuing, right? Tearing it apart using religion. Atiku and PDP, it is the same trajectory they are pursuing, right? Without the northern Nigeria, the southern Nigeria is pure useless. If you really want, if you really want to be still relevant, you better let Atiku be your president, because he is the one who can challenge APC. Now, that your federal character that makes you feel like you are one Nigeria, where your rotational presidency could give you a sense of belonging, as they say, even though it doesn't, right? Is buried. And Peter Obi and Co came out. He said, no, we are going to change that. I'm waiting to see, sincerely speaking, before I start taking my calls. Let's start with something here. Tinubu chose Shettima. Some of you who don't know the history of Shettima very well, okay? Let me see. Do you see this guy? That's Shettima, right? The guy on the right, drinking water. So that is him with some Boko Haram fighters, right, in Borno. He is a sympathizer of Boko Haram terrorists, right? He is one of those who believe that if they could give Niger Delta militants amnesty, money, and the rest of that, then Nigeria should reward them too. So now he's finally got the opportunity, because the job of Boko Haram in the last 7 years is to pave way for what is still to come. And since all Kolu want to be is to be president, same thing all Atiku want to be is to be president. None of them is interested in anything like Nigeria, as some of you, some said I'm using too much abuses on you and all of that. Well, deluded. But before I get into that, right, I want to read this out. Somebody shared this, and I feel like kind of speak in mind, because you see, you are going to make your choices, and you should also, please, begin to learn how to live with the responsibility of your own choices, okay? You see, everything we say or try to say to you concerning the activities of the rogues that some of you are currently, pitching your tents, towards and promoting, believing they have something to offer you. Then whoever tells you the truth that none of them have anything to offer you, in the truest sense of it, you just want to extend your slave certificates. You may not know this, right? But whatever you are doing in the interest of this Tinubu and Atiku, in what they have and how they have contributed to where you are today, if you see it as any form of enmity or whatever, you or somehow feeling like people like us have anything to gain directly. I don't have anything to gain from anything Nigeria. I need you to know that. And you are not doing us any favor. I like what this guy said. Some of you are living in the slum in that your Lagos. You know you are living in a slum, but you continue to brag about your the state of destitute or destitution. Many of you are not different from destitutes, living inside slums, but you love to brag about your chains. And at the same time, you think if you vote for your Tinubu or your Atiku or any of them that you are currently bragging about, do you really think you are doing anybody any favor or any harm? But yourselves. I'll read this and I'll continue. You are in a slum somewhere in Lagos. Your house is probably inside a canoe and you are dragging with a flood, trying to take your sorry ass into the Atlantic Ocean. For night, you will give your neighbor with small Tiger generator your phone to help you and charge for 15 minutes. So you can come online and you are waiting for Tinubu to become president so you can mock Maiyegun. Like, say you get sense, so like normal, you get sense. It's a question you can ask yourself. But some of you don't deserve to be counted during a census because you give a wrong estimation of the number of human beings living in that contraption. Let me put it, see. That's exactly what somebody described you as. So when you see some of these on-boot slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, and their uncles and aunties abroad, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, and the Mumu lecturers, yeah, pontificating and trying to be like, you should, why don't you, I mean, you can deliver, you can say your message and you don't need to abuse people. And some of you waiting that you will see, Ashiwaju will be the next president and God will shame you. Mock who? From your slum, from that slum that you are living in. Sure, we'll come back to that. Anyway, talking about religion, taking you back to religion journey, Kolu chose this guy, Shettima, a Boko Haram sympathizer. And for the job well done by Boko Haram and his team so far, well, maybe the whole journey is no longer that far away anymore. Now, let me show you something. After Kolu announced that Shettima would be his running mate, a lot of locals here and there, this is Shettima going to go and meet Kolu. Muslim as they say.
Come on, easy. Come on.
So he flew to Abuja to go and meet the boss, the Kolu himself. And I think they met at the airport. At least just this few seconds.
All right.
It's good to see you. Let's go and do it. Let's go and win. And back in Edo, Oshiomole resurfaced. Ashishe 2023.
Resetting Nigeria. APC progress. Tinubu resetting Nigeria. God bless you all. Thank you.
So immediately after the announcement, just before then, anyway, people have already been like preempting them. Churches are already trying to tell their people, Omo, this sin, they are killing us, so they are doing this and that. You know, sometimes they go, we were like, the churches should rise up as well and tell their people the truth. But guess what? It be like, say, it don't they happen as well. Some of these clips are not new, but they are like tailored around this, and they're very good for this time. Just in the recent time, even the pastors, the church in Nigeria knows that this is going to be their own religious survivor too. I didn't make that up. Listen to this first one.
Now trouble I don't look for, but I don't care. If they are not afraid to make PDP Muslim, APC Muslim, let us not be afraid to say we are Christians. It's a total disrespect of Christians. It's a total disregard for Christians, and we will not take it. And therefore, you are going to get your PVC. You are going to get your PVC, and we are going to waste our votes. That candidate that they say doesn't have structure, we are going to be structurelessly. Structure has not helped us. Structure has not helped us. Structure has taken away power from us. Structure does not have electricity. Structure is killing people. Structure has left us jobless. Structure has killed us. So we will be structureless. And we shall waste our votes. The body of Christ. And at this point, when I say the body of Christ, I mean cherubim and seraphim, celestial church of Christ. Anybody that names the name of Jesus Christ, Catholic, Baptist, Pentecostal, Pentarascal, anything, all of us, we shall cast structureless votes. We shall waste our votes. Somebody say amen. And turn to your neighbor and say, Sila. If we go home now, we have had church, isn't it? You understand where you are voting? Wherever there is structure, don't vote. Any party that has structure, don't vote that party. But the major party that doesn't have structure, let us.
They are talking about your election, no? This is not Maiyegun talking about religion. I'm just bringing back to you all of this together to know that as your political criminals are permutating, it be like, say, somehow, people who are pretending before or trying to speak in tongue, in kind of, some of them are beginning to come out and speak better. Do you know where that is headed? It is not leading you to one Nigeria, of course. Then, when you get to where all of this is taking you, as Nigerians, yeah, you are going to come back and like somebody like Maiyegun. You're going to love me sometimes, soon. And it is not because of any ingenuity from my side. It is because if you follow well, you have an idea that when they say one Nigeria, unity, you this and that, It is unreal. And with the religion, tribal, ethnic, and every other thing they've dropped into the whole basket for you as well, it has even make it more unworkable. The best is what? Break it up. Church go soon, they talk am soon. Listen to this pastor as well. Something similar. It is about your election.
Now, who are you to vote for? That's a big question. First of all, vote for competence. Vote for delivery. Who is it that can competently lead this nation? Who are the ones who can bring us out of mess, out of riots, out of killings, out of corruption? Find out. But get your card ready. We vote for competence. Number two, we vote in defense of the faith. The faith. You know how much the church has suffered the last 8 years. Killings upon killing. Killings in Plateau. Killings in Taraba. Killings in Benue. And largely in Christian communities. Killings now gone to the south. In Ondo State. And several other places where people are being killed silently without us knowing. Vote in defense of the faith. Vote only for people who can defend our faith. And what more? Vote for individuals who care for other ethnic groups and not focusing only on Fulanis. Hear it very clearly. All the ones who have been killing people, have you heard that any of them was arrested? No, you won't hear that. You won't hear that. You won't hear that. How many officials went to a war to go and sympathize with the community where they kill people? Let's be wise. If anybody tells you now that there is no religion in politics in this country, they are deceiving you. So bring out your faith. Don't hide it that you are voting for your faith. Don't hide it. Till tomorrow I will vote for my faith. I will vote for my faith. I won't vote for somebody who will slaughter me. I will vote for my faith. Amen. Vote for your faith. Vote for your faith. In states where we have domination of Christians and they are being trampled under feet, it's not acceptable. Look at Nasarawa State, for instance, largely populated by Christians. How many commissioners do you have? How many commissioners do you have? Why do you think that a Christian should not be a governor in this state? Why? Why? Why are you calling others minority group when they are not minority? Why do you think that you cannot have a Christian Muslim candidate in a party? I don't belong to any party politically, but I have political sense. Why do you think so? You mean all the Christians in the north are daft and dummies? No, they are not. They are not. They are not. And I hope the Christians in such parties will come to their senses and decide what to do. I'm not politically thinking, but I'm telling you the scriptural truth. Where you hear them say, don't vote for Harinim, Arewa, and don't vote for Nyamiri, they say that in the open. And everybody is quiet. Is it not the same Nigeria we call ourselves? As the country divided? So why don't you allow everybody to have participation and opportunities? There is no ethnic group that is superior to the other. Not in this Nigeria. If you place it on merit and intelligence, you know the difference now. You know the difference. You know the difference. Let the church wake up. 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 A word is enough for the wise. Further details will be communicated as time goes on. But go and get your card. Go and get your card. That's where the journey begins from. You are blessed in Jesus.
Is this is getting serious, Abi? It got to a point, you see, even the pastor at some point was like, Nobody is more superior. No ethnic nationality is more, Has the country been divided? Have you been divided? Why are they calling the majority people minority? These are the questions that when Nigeria, the real one, that some of you waiting you define, you go see them. When you finally see them, you will be asking the same question the pastor is asking. And guess what? You are not going to be hiding your questions, You're not going to be hiding them. And guess what? You're going to be asking yourself, has the country divided? Then we'll remind you, yes, it has been divided. It was done, not with the consent of all of us. They divided Nigeria according to their own choosings. You and I have been divided as part of the product of Nigeria that you and I never participated in. And that's the questions that, you see, all of their actions and what they are doing now will begin to hit everyone to begin to ask, say country, it's dividing. Have they divided this country? They will say, yeah, they've done it. Then you will question that and you will begin to say, if that should be the case, then I want to see the terms and conditions of that division. That time, you are not going to ask for one Nigeria again. No, you won't. You are going to ask for your own country, your real identity, your real you. You see all these things, everybody, they pretend. Oh, no, they pretend, continue. But I can tell you this. If, like the pastor said, if anyone is telling you that church or religion is not in politics, in Nigeria, they are lying to you. And if you believe that, you are done for. One day you go there inside one bus and you go there hear, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, the way they attack the Kuje prison. Yeah. And you realize that you will call God, call everything, and you may not survive it. Yeah. Ask all the pastors, all the bishop, all this and that they have kidnapped, all church members. RCCG, they said they have also set up a political branch. They themselves know, say, oh, more. Now, one chance. Oshibajo went to go, he told Baba Adeboye that if they can help him beg Boko Haram, because the plan that they have is a Muslim ticket, and the agenda is terrible, that they should not look away. You remember that time? About 2 months ago. Baba Adeboye quickly said, we should open something political branch in every chapter. 40,000 branches of RCCG, Redeemed Christian Church of God in Nigeria. They have open political branches in every one of them, ready for their own 2023 too. Everyone will speak up, because now everyone, the thing they touch, it will touch you. Even if they pretend, it will get to a point that you won't be able to pretend anymore, of course. And that moment of truth is where you realize that, on my way to, I never know that this is how Nigeria is. Some of you are going to begin to speak out soon. I never, because with Peter Obi, some of you are now, including churches, Moscow, some people are now saying, we never knew that they have been using religion to deceive us. They are not just using them to deceive you. They have been using and weaponizing them to keep you under check. But Peter Obi said they will break that. I would love to see it. But you know one thing, even though, because of their own insensitivity, Tinubu and his party, who jettison this plurality of Nigeria. The plurality of religion in Nigeria is that it is not only Christian and Muslim religion, worshippers we have in Nigeria, okay? We have other religion, other religions as well, including animists, traditionalists, and on like that, okay? But in Nigeria, they said, okay, it's going to be Muslim Christian. People like us, we don't get any religion right now. We don't get any choice, because if I won't post anything now, they will have to lie and say Maiyegun. They will say Maiyegun, oh, he's a Christian, and I will have to lie and say I'm a Christian just because I want to look like I have a religion. Else, it must be a Satan. Does Maiyegun have a religion? No, he doesn't have any religion. No. I cannot follow somebody. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Oh, but they, in their own insensitivity, damn that consequences of that. One. Atiku and his own group, PDP, they also damn the consequences of breaking that unwritten code of rotational presidency, which will now make it like if Atiku become your president, it will make it 16 years of the power in northern Nigeria. Are you with me? And then, you probably have to like, with this Muslim ticket, in the future, one day they will wake up, northern Nigeria will choose your president, they will choose your vice president, and they'll tell you that there's nothing that matters. It's about competence or more. Now then you go no say you don't enter RAM. One Nigeria be. Or there are people who don't agree. This is nonsense. Morally, it's absolutely. We know that normally competence should be the issue, right? Which is so fine. Does that mean there are no competent Christian in northern Nigeria? And as they look for competent people, now Shettima be the come on, man. Yeah, it's just because they want to win an election. But you see this Afar. Now, one of the Sorosoke Afar. Listen to him.
Hankali. Yan demokuraɗiyya sun suka su kada mutuncin ku kun san yadda Abubakar da Bola Ahmad Tinubu dukkanin su musulmi na amma tsakani da Allah dukkanin su rubabbin musulmi na. In ka ji wani na kewaye na gyara Atiku Abubakar talle ne na yaka gyara. In ka ji wani na kewayen gyara Ahmad Tinubu talle ne na shi ka gyara. Don haka yan jari hujja su sun katse san muna yan takara. Su wane ne yan jari hujja? Gwamnonin Arewa kuma wallahi duk sadda kun ka koma cikin hadisan Annabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam za ku ga manzon Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya dade da bayani. Akwai hadisin Abi Musa al-Ash'ari, Imam al-Bukhari da Imam Muslim dukkanin su sun fitar da hadisi ne ingantacce. Abu Musa al-Ash'ari yace da ni da wasu mutane guda biyu ɗiyan dan uwan mahaifina mun ka shiga wurin manzon Allah. Sai ɗaya daga cikinsu ya ce, ya manzon Allah ka jiɗinta na shugabanci cikin abin da Allah ya baka na shugabanci. Gudan na jin ɗaya ya ce haka shi ma sai ya kwaɗi haka. Kusan abin da ya faru sai manzon Allah ya ce, inna wallahi la nuwalli hadha al-amala ahadan sa'alahu aw harisa alaihi. Rantsuwa manzon Allah yi. Ya ce inna wallahi mu ina rantsuwa da Allah. La nuwalli hadha al-amala ahadan sa'alahu. Na rance da Allah duk wanda ya roƙi wannan shugabanci ba mu sashi. In ji manzon Allah. Me yasa manzon Allah ya rantsuwa? Manzo Allah ko ya yi rantsuwa ko bai rantsuwa ba sahabbai za su yadda, amma annabi na rantsuwa na don ya ja hankalin sahabbai ya gwada musu duk wanda kun ka gani yana da dan mulki idanu ruhe wallahi kakku goya mai baya, kakku zaɓe shi don ko kun zaɓe shi ba abin da zai yi in ba kai ne ba, bai damu da addinin ku ba, bai damu da rayuwar ku ba, bai damu da matsalolin ku ba. Inna wallahi la nuwalli hadha al-amala ahadan sa'alahu aw harisa alaihi. Manzo Allah ce ko ya nuna kwaɗai ne tsakaninku da Allah. Wazirin Adamawa Atiku Abubakar ya nuna mai tace kamar ya mutu game da mulkin Najeriya ko bai nuna ba? Tsakaninku da Allah Bola Ahmad Tinubu ya nuna mai tace kwadai ne kamar ya mutu ga mulkin Najeriya ko bai nuna ba? To kun san abin da zai baku mamaki shine yanzu ba wanda ake son aka da girma ne sai malamai. Kun san dalili? Yanzu ba wanda ake son a ba talla Atiku Abubakar da Bola Ahmad Tinubu in ba malamai ba. Kun san abin da ake so? Duk wani wanda ke magana arewacin Najeriya girma ne ya faɗi na malamai ɗaya a saura. Wallahi malamai dole sai kun yi a hankali. ‘Yan demokuraɗiyya sun.
That's an affair, and it's a cleric preaching to his own congregation that in the Quran, what did Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam say about people who are desperate for leadership? What did Prophet say? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if you see anyone who's shown desperation to lead, if he gets to that leadership position, he will never care about you. Boko Haram is an example. Then he started saying, have you seen the desperation in Tinubu? They said yes. Have you seen the desperation in Atiku? They said yes. And he said, now you can now have the math and know where your own future lies with your choices. That's an affair, clerical. Then he said, these politicians are using our other clerics, Islamic clerics in northern Nigeria, to sell the idea of Atiku, to sell the idea of Tinubu to the people. But they can see that what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about desperate people who wants to be leaders is that they will never care about you. He continued, by the way, for those of you who probably would love to hear the second part of it. And this is it.
Hankali. ‘Yan demokuraɗiyya sun suka su kada mutuncin ku, kun san yadda za a yi a kada mutuncin malamai, saboda shekarun baya musamman zaɓen da ya gabata sai kaɗan ne cikin malaman Najeriya wanda bai hau mimbari ya yi maganganu akan Atiku Abubakar ba. Wannan gaskiya ne ko ƙarya ne? Duk wata kalima da bata da kyau sai da an ka faɗa gare shi, ba mutumin kirki na ba, ba adali na ba, burguna, kazana, kayi maganganu, yanzu kuma ga naira ana son a baka ka tallata shi don a yi ma abin da ake kira ilzami. Don haka son aka yi a gwada ma mutane cewa kai tataccen makaryaci haki, don kai kacewa ne ba mutumin kirki na ba, yanzu kuma ya an kai ka dawo kace ko dai can ko ƙarya ta kai mai ko tuba na yayi. Wannan ya kamata mutane su lura. Ku bari in muku ishara, tsakaninku da Allah mun samu matsaloli arewacin Najeriya ko ba mu samu ba? An samu kashin mutane Zamfara ko ba a samu ba? An samu Kaduna ko ba a samu ba? An samu Sokoto ko ba a samu ba? An samu Maiduguri ko ba a samu ba? Katsina haka, Neja haka, Kebbi haka, duk wanda ya san inda Atiku Abubakar ya taba kai tallafi ko da na naira 20, na kalubalance shi hito ya nuna muna. Al'ummar wata ba al'ummar manzon Allah ta ba, ƴan uwa ne na musulmi ko ba ƴan uwa ne ba, saboda kun mai da mutane da kwanya ta kifaye, yanzu za ku zuwa ku ce ai Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, a'a sai mu ce kai dai dan naira ta Allah kake, aljihunka na kakawa kamfen. Bola Ahmad Tinubu, kudancin Najeriya, an kashe al'umma arewa kudancin Najeriya ko ba a kashe ba? An kashe Lagos ko ba a kashe ba? An kashe Ibadan ko ba a kashe ba? An kashe Anambra ko ba a kashe ba? Akwa Ibom an kashe ko ba a kashe ba? Duk wanda ya san inda Bola Tinubu ya taɓa magana game da wata matsala ta musulmin arewa da sun ka taɓa samu ko da so guda, na kalubalance shi ya kawo. Akwai to don Allah ba mu da hankali. Saboda haka ku yi sabunta ƙuri'a ku kiyaye ta. Wallahi duk wanda za ka zaɓe ka tabbatar da kana iya faɗa ma Allah dalilin da yasa ka zaɓe shi. ƴan jari hujja yanzu kana tsammanin waɗanda sun ka zo sun ka raba ma delegate dalolin nerori, manzon Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya yi ta mana ishara a cikin hadisai, kana tsammanin su zo su kare lafiyarka, su kare mutuncinka, su kare addininka. Waɗannan gaba ɗansu babu mai kishin addini cikin su, babu mai kishin al'umma cikin su, ko akwai wani mai kishin al'umma cikin su? Duk bala'in da ya same mu babu ruwan waɗannan mutanen. Mu abinda muka roƙo Allah, muna tawassuli da sunayenka da siffofinka.
Reject Atiku, reject Tinubu. That's what they're saying. Just like those who are going to also vote for Tinubu and all of them are gearing up. Shut up your mouth. Go and choose your candidate. Of course, now everybody should go and choose whoever they want to choose. I just want you to remember that I wish that the consequences of your choices will be limited to you alone. And everybody they collect. Just same way you wasted 7 years of your lives, life of your children. For some of you who don't even think, just for this thing called Boko Haram or Benny Boko Haram. What exactly would be your legacy? Even if you ask Boko Haram himself, what's your legacy? Hearing.
Your administration achieved a lot since coming to power in 2015. A lot more can still be done. What are those things you'd like to see accomplished before you leave office?
I hope the rest of Nigerians that are making trouble, the terrorists and so on, will understand Nigeria's problem is for people to be productive in terms of producing the food we eat. Look at when we closed our borders for about 2 years. We stopped importing rice. A lot of people had gone back to the land and they haven't regretted it. We are now feeding ourselves and some rice is being exported. So this is my objective and I am achieving it. My only problem is that there are still people who really benefit from killing other people and stealing and so on.
What message do you have for them?
Well, I hope they will sit and reflect and make sure that they save their names and the names of their families.
It is smoky Igbo. It is taking Indian.
Honestly. He said they are now feeding themselves. They are now doing this, they are doing that. You know well. You did that to yourselves. Eh? and you want to do another one to yourselves. Choose your own thieves and live with the consequences of it, okay? Because you can't really mock anyone. Is that not the same Lagos? Make us see that text again. Some of you probably don't know that this person who happened to be one of those who are saying that, hey, watch out, Mo, don't make Boko Haram again. Your leaders, oh, be careful, oh. And as they say, they say the axe, the forest continue to die. No, there is a quote. I'm going to put it on my screen. I want to say it exactly the way it is. The forest was shrinking, and the trees, they continue to vote for the axe. You know why? They said, although it's an axe, but his undo is one of us. It's made of us. You know, that's exactly what many of you are choosing with your lives. Every 4 years or 7 years or 10 years, as you go into it, you are just like those trees. These criminals continue to shrink and shrink. Your opportunities, they continue to shrink and limit your access to progress and development. And what do? You continue to choose them. Why? Because they are like you. He's one of us. He's a Yoruba man. He's an Igbo man. He's a Fulani man. That's why I'm going to support him. He's a Christian. He's a Muslim. That's why I'm going to, You are just like those trees. Your forest is shrinking. All of you are voting for the axes that are cutting you down. Simply because the undo is made of wood. Well, when you think you are doing anybody a favor or trying to mock anyone, especially from your slum in Lagos, like I shared earlier, this is what that person is talking about. Listen, I'll show you one. 3 days after the downpour in Lagos, in front of Yaba, this one.
The rain stopped over 48 hours ago, but still the situation of water. Is it how we continue? No drainage. So what is the work of Ministry of Environment? Lagos State government have to take charge and work on this road before it leads to something else. And we are yet to enter rainy season. For how long will we continue in this suffering and smiling? I'm reporting live at the Macaulay Way, Sabo Siaba. We need government to come to the aid of the motorists. Many people cannot enter their houses because of this rain. Government of Lagos State, we call your attention to this before it gets out of hand. Lagos State government come into it. Where is the IGR of Lagos going? Let us use this money to affect and benefit the life of the citizen. As an active citizen, I'm interested in the development of my community. I'm a tracker community champion in Lagos State. I'm representing good people of my community. We have to enjoy the dividend of democracy. Lagos State government, enough is enough. Find solution, permanent solution. If you don't know what to do, consult people outside Nigeria. Use technology. If you don't know what to do, it's right time for you to do something. Don't need to. Our country is in a mess. Lagos State is in a mess. Because of what? Because there's no capacity. We need to build capacity in the people that are in positions. We need solution. Lagos State government, do the needful. Because a rain is still coming. This is just 10th of July 2022. Before the end of this month, we will still see more of this rain. See, vehicle, they cannot pass this water. They are not looking for alternative roads. They are not looking for the alternative roads. See. All these places are full of water. The day before yesterday. But see, the water refused to go. We need solution.
Boring, isn't it? Well, thanks so much, by the way, for the tracker ambassador that recorded that clip. Oh, thank you. Well, boring because every year it rains. Every year Lagos is flooded. Every year people count their losses. And once the rain is off, they go back to their hustle and bustle until it rains every year. Now, natural disaster where they affect you every year due to your failure. Tell me, you want to blame them on what? Too much rain. Too much. Look at this one.
Ìlú ti dàrú báyìí. Kí ló dé? Ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ wo bí kíní ṣe rí. Ẹ wo bí àrùn ti ṣe rí red bus. Kò sẹ́yìn tó lè lọ mọ́. Mọ́tò lè lọ mọ́. Mọ́tò lè lọ mọ́. Agboyi Kétu bus stop láwa yìí. Kí dẹ̀ ṣe Agboyi Kétu bus stop ẹ wo. Bus stop rẹ̀. Àwọn tó ń fídíò rẹ̀. Opposite ẹ̀ lọ. Lọ́kọ̀ kìíní sí. Ẹ̀wọ̀n Sanwó-Olú. Ọmọ ẹ wo mi. See water. See water.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n àwọn ọmọ ekele yìí.
Ẹ wò.
Yé! Àwọn ọmọ yìí tún wẹ̀ disease làwọn ọmọ yìí kó sára yìí.
Wàláhì mi ò lè pa kíní. Mi ò lè pa kíní. Kíní worst. Àwọn èèyàn ò lè lọ mọ́. Wo bó mi ṣe ń dà. Wo bó mi ṣe ń dà sí lẹ́ni tiwa yìí. Wo bó mi ṣe ń dà.
Àwọn ṣe díẹ̀ gan sí lẹ́ni wa ò ṣe gbà mọ́.
Kò ní ṣe gbà mọ́ o. Ìyẹn náà máa ti kún o.
Ẹ wo BLT. Omi ti wọnú engine BLT.
Orí pé mọ́tò ọkàn lè lọ. Wọ́n bí káàdà.
Ojú ẹ ti rọ̀ sí.
Wọ́n bí ìyá káàdà. Wọ́n bí bàbá káàdà. Kó lọ. Tí tírọ̀kì òfin lè lọ mọ́. Nǹkan ti ṣe. Eléyìí máa dé kóòdù.
Sọ́jọ́ yìí.
A ní tráfíkì yìí. Ó máa dé kóòdù. Wo bí àrùn tìyẹn kò lè lọ bí kankan mọ́ yìí.
Omi ti
wọnú ẹ́ńjìn. Wo ilé tó ń ti tírọ̀kì lẹ́ǹkan yẹn. Ibo ló gbà nù. Ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn. Àwọn tó wà ní páàkì lélẹ́yìí.
Ó ti bọ́ bàjẹ́, ó ti bọ́ jàjẹ́.
Ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ wo èèyàn. Ẹ wo èèyàn. Ẹ wo ọjà. Ẹ wo ọjà. Olúwa o. Ẹ wo ọjà. Ẹ wo Kétu bus stop bó ṣe rí. Kétu bus stop. Nǹkan ti ṣe.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
You dey Lagos. You are waiting for the day you are going to mock the people that are not in Nigeria. We can see everything going on there, even though some of you are living the fake life. The fake life of nobody inside that slum now they live. They live that fake life. If not for Tinubu, if not this Tinru, be careful. But once in a while, the consequences of all your choices, right? You're gonna go, that's how you're gonna be feeling them. That is what you are living in. And that's exactly what you will continue to validate. That passenger was talking about, where is Lagos revenue? Well, no, your Lagos revenue did my pocket, see? Now, means suppose come here and give you account of Lagos revenue. You are mocking yourselves. You are validating your poverty. And in the future, you said you are waiting to mock somebody when Tinubu become your president. You are doing yourself, see. Sure. I'm not the one that water go enter my house. If water enter my house for Glasgow, they will go put me for hotel. Honestly. All my stuff here, all the electronics in my house, they are all insured, including phones. You know what that means? I pay a stipend. Whether anything go happen or not go happen or anything. You know what I mean now? They will put me and my family in a better hotel for as long as it's going to take. If anything happened to my car, insurance company will give me another car. That car, if my car cannot work anymore, the insurance company will make a provision. Where we say go help me get myself another car. But before then, they will give me another one temporarily until I get another car. So I don't have to kill myself. I don't have to start dragging my mattress, start dragging this and that. So go on and choose your own thieves that will further validate one Nigeria. And then come back here to come and blame Maiyegun for the problem that many of you actually wanted. But you never really wanted the consequences of your actions. I'll leave it at that. So as it be so, your one Nigeria, unity, this and that is about to further go into the gutters as you further dip yourself into the most divisive, the most violent electoral charade that you've ever seen before. I don't know who want to subject themselves to that, but they're already laying the foundation for it. Many of you are already marching on your mandate. We shall, Abi, or you are marching on a mandate. Many of you are not prepared for the consequences of your mandate. On and on. I've done my part, and I will continue to explain better to those who have come to the truth, right? You know what, Maiyegun, it's not worth it. And that is working. Yeah, it is working. I'm just hoping that you still jumping up and down. We have to save Nigeria, this great country. You can't. Are you listening? You can't. But sometimes it's not good to say don't try, especially at this level. You're so enthusiastic. You're so determined. You are so sure. Yeah, go for it, too. But Nigeria has a way of humbling those who wanted good for her. Then go humble you. You go consider and say, like that person in that video, Nigeria had a budget. But I hope you will make, even if you are still, if you don't have any other choice right now, I wish you could make your own freedom, independence that would detach you away from all of these mysteries, right? Created by Nigeria, right? And then pick up your own real identity, which is more safer. You can defend that. It's defendable. I'm a Yoruba man. I can take it up with another Yoruba man on development and all of that if we know that we actually have the independence, the freedom to pursue our own independence, but we don't. I mean, our own development, but we don't. Rather, a Yoruba man wants me to build, to support one Nigeria because a Yoruba man wants to be president of one Nigeria. Others who wanted to support whoever they wanted to support because of one fraudulent Nigeria that they know is not real. Or maybe they don't, or you find out. I know they discourage you. Give it on, go for it, and you know what I mean. But when you find out when Nigeria happened to you, in that sense, you can make this your plan B. The plan B is that once you find out that we can't save Nigeria the way they want you to do it, you can't. What should we then do, Maiyegun? Good question. If to say I be Peter Obi, this, that kind of, you know what I mean? I will tell you, so yeah, you suppose demobilize and say the thing where they give these rogues the overconfidence to do anything they want to do and dare you, damn you, and then believe that they can get away with it. Wait till me that thing. Now that fraudulent 1999 constitution. You can shut down a whole country for it. Demand for a new one. Once you demand for a new one, for example, yeah, you know what will happen? It simply means everybody will have an input into what is that a new one. In that new one, you will realize that nobody, no one from all that part of, especially southern Nigeria, will agree to this current fraudulent arrangement. No one will agree, for real. And once you know agree, it means even if Nigeria will still remain Nigeria, it's never going to be this one held in the jugular by the Fulani northern oligarch and their own acolytes. Do you get what I mean now? The whole madness you are witnessing today, the whole killings and the whole destruction you are witnessing is because there is a genesis. Now that's a book. Now from there, they are able to do all these damages and they will get away with them with that fraudulent thing. So if you shut the entire thing down, or more, you may not know it's going to break the whole chain that connect and linked all of them, chained all of them together to have this leverage on all of us. Okay, they are the only people who don't recognize or acknowledge themselves as Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo. They acknowledge themselves as elite, the owners of Nigeria, and those who want to be sharing from the cake. But you are just an enabler who believe them, thinking they have a plan. So if you agree that let us all discuss this if we want to continue or not, you realize that you will never have to waste this much energy trying to say some people want to save Nigeria. From who? From themselves. Come on, man. You will realize that it is a sheer waste of time. But should you try? Yes, of course. Go on and try. Can I even tell you not to? I don't think so. But again, when you finally come to that time, don't join the chorus of let's do it again, because if you do it again, that's the same result you will get. And do it again. Every time you join them every 4 years to validate the fraud, you are only extending your own misery, then transferring it to your own children, possibly, because 4 years in your life is a lot of time. 8 years in your life is a lot of time. And before you know it, you're no longer that boy anymore, or that girl anymore. You're no longer that young lady or that young man anymore. You are now an adult. Then you realize that doing it again and again, getting the same result again and again, trying to save Nigeria, you will grow old. If you are lucky, you will grow old, grow gray hair, and you will die, living the old same struggle, the same sadness, the same thing, even worse off for your own children. Now, it's your choice. Choose your poison. I'll go make another tea. I won't take calls because I said I would take calls. And if you have been with me all this while, take your time, like the broadcast, share it if you haven't. Subscribe onto MaiyegunsDiary, Politico, whenever. I mean, if you haven't, okay. And it's so easy. You can take it back if I say something that doesn't make you, probably makes you angry. You can like me in the morning, and in the afternoon you may be like, man, I thought this guy gets sent. You might like me. Tomorrow you come back. If you see me again, you like it, but make it permanent and get used to it, okay? You would be so thankful that you spent your time with Maiyegun every night. Every night you have a chance to be part of it. So subscribe, set your notification on, and sit back. When I get back, I will take some calls. Then you can call in. think I have the first caller. Sorry, I'm trying to move my seat. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun.
Hello.
How are you? This is Jude.
Oh, Jude. How are you?
Yeah, this is Jude. How are you from US?
I am very well.
I'm okay.
So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well.
Beautiful.
I can hear you
so
very
everyone
well.
Can hear you too, please.
Thank you so much, my brother. Yeah, thank you so much for your work. And I don't know, you keep coming out here every day and talking, educating our people. It's like nobody's listening. And it's so sad. Because what is going on is still continue to happen. In fact, it's like the situation is getting worse by each day. And that is the truth. Okay, there are some videos I received. In fact, I could have sent them to you, but I don't know if you will be able to access it. You know, it's crazy. You know, it's really crazy. Some people are even getting out of. There are some new guys that just finished their recruit or training, and they're sending them to Maiduguri. The guy say, "No, I'm not going to go there to die." Yeah, and then what Nigerian government is doing is mainly recruiting soldiers from the south, and then when they finish training, they ship them to the Boko Haram zone, and then give them a tip-off, and then they'll be killing and slaughtering these soldiers.
Yes.
Without even reporting it. Many soldiers have been killed without nobody knowing. Even their parents don't even know. This is the kind of society, the kind of Nigeria. Somebody think that Peter Obi will come and do the magic one. And even come think of it, the impunity with which these people are now governing this Nigeria. Now, let's for 1 minute remove Peter Obi from the equation, from the Labour Party. Because it has always been two parties that is running the show in Nigeria, PDP and APC. Now, imagine if Obi, because Obi saw that he could not have anything to offer in PDP because of their corruption. That's not how he's wired. That's not what he's about. So he left. Now, supposing he left and he didn't join Labour Party, because why everybody is hearing about Labour Party today is because of Peter Obi, right? Yes. Now, supposing he didn't join and he quietly went to his house and said, "You know what? Let me go and rest. There's nothing I can do offer to this country because of the corruption that is the endemic corruption in it." Now, what could have become? Just for instance, I'm speaking.
It will be Atiku. See, don't let us see.
What could have become? What could have become a whole section of Nigeria? They could have been left out completely. We have Atiku, a Muslim,
and Tinubu,
a Muslim, and Vice, his running mate, a Muslim. What could have become a whole section of Nigeria and then the Christians in Nigeria? You see the impunity with which these Muslim Funanis are governing the Nigeria, and yet
that nobody has been able to honestly answer, Jude, right? You see, this case shouldn't have been about the religion in the first place. But wait, they said, would the northern Nigeria, in all honesty, let's be honest, would they agree if the any political party
the other way around,
Christian, like genuinely, let's say APC presents Christian, like would they genuinely take it? But they say, "No, we would," but we know what they won't now.
Yeah. Hello.
Go on, Jude.
Yeah, the whole country would have been in flames if it has happened the other way around.
Said they would even have started killing people.
They would have, of course now, Hausa, they would have spoken to their Hausa Majeris, that they have conditions, with poverty and with illiteracy. They would have spoken to them to go out on the streets all over Nigeria and begin to kill and burn. That's what could have happened.
Yeah.
Okay? And then the question comes to this one Nigerian that they still continue to ask for one Nigeria. How can a country exist as one country under this kind of injustice, apparent injustice with impunity that is being rendered every day? And a section of Nigeria thinks other sections are nobody. They don't care about how they feel. They don't care about how they think. They don't care about who they are. It's just all about them. and then buying over some of the west of the politicians in the south to join their hideous agendas. And people continue to think. Now I keep telling those that are supporting P2B, of course, I like him very well. If Nigeria were to be an ideal situation and things were functioning well, trust me, I will do everything I can on my own part to see that I promote his candidacy. Okay, but Nigeria is not like that. Nigeria is a fraudulent country. Okay, how can somebody still believe that of all of these things that is happening, that P2B will be able to resolve all these problems that we have?
No one has explained why. You see,
they have not explained to me. I keep asking them.
Explain how he's going to explain the law.
How he's going to explain it? How he's going to do it?
Even himself, he has no real clear plan. He just said, I will negotiate. That's what he said. Then I will build the economy that people will stop agitating. That's his own solution. But that's another story for another day anyway. So there's nothing clear.
If economy, if economy is our only problem, fine. You can say, okay, you can solve it. But the economy is just a little fraction.
Yes.
Okay? The economic problem we have is as a result of the institute, as a result of the other monumental problem exactly that has gingered the economic problem that Nigeria has today.
Yes.
Remove every other problem, economy will take its place. Will take care of himself. Okay,
Good.
so there's just no way this thing. There's just no way this thing can. There's no way this one Nigeria can happen. So the people that are still clamoring for one Nigeria, I take it to mean that this election is just a distraction from Yoruba nation, from the agitation of Yoruba nation, and from the agitation of Biafra. It's just a distraction. Why this Hausa Fulanis? Headed by the Buhari terrorist government, continue to perfect their plan of taking over Nigeria and handing it over to their Fulani, to their Fulani, thereby fulfilling their Fulanization agenda, their hideous, wicked agenda. And the politicians in the south, the governors in the south, all the politicians in the south continue to support and aid these people, including Oshibanjo, who is a vice president, continue to affiliate and support and defend the terrorist government of Boko Haram we have in Nigeria. And then himself will come out to look like as if he's a good human being. He can't be. How can you be a human being when how can you be good? Consider yourself as good when you are supporting a terrorist president. You are his right hand man. Why he's killing it?
Let me take another one so that we'll get enough
Thank
people
you, my
to
brother.
contribute. Thank you so much.
I'm so annoyed.
Yeah. Let me take this. Hello there. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Maiyegun.
Oh, great.
How are you doing, big brother?
I am very well, Baba.
You know,
JJ.
honestly, brother, I want to chip in some little things and remember
Go for it.
all the histories. When we talk of Muslim, there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
And with the current selection, it's just because of the situation on ground that make it look awkward. Now, do you remember Abiola election, before the Abiola election?
Okay.
Who was the running mate of Abiola? Kinjibe. Isn't it? Baba Gana Kinjibe.
That's right.
Oh, what is his religion?
He was a Muslim. And he's still a Muslim, I believe, yeah?
Yes. Tofa. Do you remember them? Then, fast forward. 1999. What is the religion of Baba?
Obasanjo.
Baba Ota. He's a Christian. Olufalaye.
Christian.
He's a Christian too. So, it's because of the situation on ground that everybody is suspicious.
From the north, so you can't compare them.
Oh, no, I know. But when you put both of them together,
no, you can't put
though
them
the
together.
two that contest to.
I'm saying that listen, you have used Abiola, which is good. If you bring in this Obasanjo one, you don't mix them up or JJ. I'm just trying to.
No, I understand. What I want to present there is because it's this. Is the Christian or Muslim does not count. When in my own book, now, the situation on ground is what we're supposed to look at it. Does it permit what they did? No. Because Nigeria is tense. With the situation of Boko Haram, with Shettima, does he have a clean hand? Is he a clean person that Tinubu will have to go and pick? The answer is totally
sensitive to the mood of the country before going to that path, especially right now. So
yes. Let us forget about Muslim or no Muslim. Let's delete the Muslim out of it. But the sensitivities of the situation, current situation of Nigeria, is what they're supposed to look at. Then if you want to pick a Muslim, you should pick someone that will be well acceptable with the whole nation, not Shettima, the Boko Haram sponsor. Do you remember, forget that the Boko Haram leader, the one that will break out of the prison, was discovered in his yard? Yeah, he was arrested in his yard.
Yes,
now you go and pick him.
Governor's Lodge. With the help of this officer called something Bill, Sakari Bill. That's the guy who broke him out of prison and they lodged him inside the Borno State Governor's Lodge for days.
Okay. For weeks. So you see all those things. We can't. But Maiyegun, everybody who is listening today should go back to their bed and thank God. Do you know why I say they should thank God?
Tell us.
Sometimes God will do something because of something. You understand? Oh my goodness, he will do something because of something. God is about to perform his miracle by separate that country. That's why all this thing is falling in place. Why are we so suspicious? Brother, our prayer, I've told you now, wait and see.
Because
we will see.
See, you remember I said, looking at all of these things, right? Because they are happening. The Christians are now believing that this whole thing is a war against the body of Christ. Now, they will respond accordingly. The Muslims will go this way. Christians will go this way. Some Muslim Christians will mix up and still go this way or that way. But last, everybody will realize that there is no one Nigeria again. Where would that lead us? You go
brother,
make us united?
You will
think you will make them united?
Brother, they want to. The problem now is my obedience. Who does not see beyond themselves? I give you the 14th analysis last time. It sounds like I'm trying to tag him as a Igbo. It's not about Igbo. Obi will win, but nobody will give him the election. Brother, do you know that this is my first prediction? I said the guy will win, but they will never give it to him. Because a full animal will never open his eye and give it to him. And look at what they are doing in the East now. Killing them, the young guys there. Now, it has happened. So we should thank God that finally what we are hoping for will come fast.
They are pushing us to that.
It has happened. One of our brother, pick another one. Let's listen to others.
Your hits, as usual, Baba. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, Baba. So I'll take another call. My caller tried so much last night, but they just never had a chance of getting through. I'm happy to take your call tonight, sir. Omar, hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Sir. Good evening.
Oh, Maiyegun, thank you very much. Really appreciate your effort.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. You have done well.
Thank you.
For us, but think of I always think I want to back to we have problems. And one of our problems, any other one is pay on borrow. Kò sí bá ṣe sọ fún wọn tó. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbọ́. And sometimes we can't blame them because at this particular period they can't see, they can't think on their own. So they could difficult fún wọn gan, fún àwa gan. Their case is just like
them, exactly.
Yeah, their case is just like one fún yàn ní Igbo division. So we for èmi bí èèyàn kan tí máa ń bá àwọn sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n bá tàbá ń pè wọ́n lé a ní mo ní wọn lẹ́bi. I keep telling them to wọn lẹ́bi. We are the cause of the problem. Àwa táwa ń bì. Tàbá stay on our ground pé okay for few months, few weeks, we won't send money a damn to Nigeria. Let's see mo ṣe máa cope nílùú yẹn. Ìwọ tó ní dandan fẹ́ send ilé sí o fẹ́ send owó sílé just because of pé kí family ẹ̀ máa kú àbí kí kan má ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé accident kan ló máa pẹ́ nìyẹn ló máa pa àwọn tó ní wà lẹ́yìn àbí Boko Haram kan ló máa pa wọ́n at the end of the day. So if we try little bit
as a means of protest on our own side. So many people have already told me that they've either stopped completely or they've cut down so much that they never believe that they will come to a state where I'm send you will be a but they have
them there can't do anything. I won't lie to you. It's up to us. I want to be a little bit because I don't alone here. We are just like more so far already money abroad at any big bow shell lórí ẹ̀ nẹ́jà.
Wọ́n fi wá ṣoògùn owó ni.
Wọ́n fi wá ṣoògùn owó kò sí yàtọ̀ láàrin àwọn méjì. Ẹni tó gbé lórí ẹ̀ tó bá ní ìdòwò they will go there wọ́n máa forúkọ wọ́n máa fowó fún wọn. Tó bá ní ìdòwò nẹ́jà wọ́n máa pa àdán àbí àwọn send owó sí wọn.
Àwa míì sì ṣáá ni.
Àwa míì sàmà. But ọjọ́ tí owó tó ń pè yẹn tó bá ti stop láti wá ọjọ́ yẹn lògùn yẹn bàjẹ́. If you can try as much as possible to stop sending money to them. We are saying any family to be taking concussion of family at the end of the day. In contact at the end of the day.
So and meanwhile they can always take care of themselves too. Like I figured out Papa.
Yeah, we can satisfy that. That's my own opinion.
Thank you so much. You didn't tell me your name, sir, so that for the next time I will remember.
Just call me Toti.
Toby.
Toti.
You say Tosin?
Toti.
Right. Thank you so much, Baba.
Thanks.
I appreciate that. So you have a good one. So there you go. Let everybody bear his own cross. Like I said, the consequences of everyone's action. Maybe when people get to know that their actions have consequences and only them would have to answer for it, they will begin to think, like some people are saying, like they don't think. Sometimes you don't blame them, and we keep, seeing them make the same mistake. Should we even call it mistake when most of the time is actually what they wanted anyway? Right. I am going to take another one quickly. Then we'll continue. Again, hello there. Oh, I lost that. A call came through. So if you have been watching, right, and you have been here all night for over an hour now, we're 90 minutes now. You can take a moment. You can still like the broadcast, like it, share it. We are nearly 2,000 right now on YouTube. And then we have a lot of us as well on Facebook. If you are still watching on Facebook, you too can join us on YouTube where it's really happening, by the way. Now, let me take another one. So like, share, and then relax.
Hello, Maiyegun.
So,
hello,
sir.
Yeah, Maiyegun, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very good. I thought your program is live.
It is.
Yeah, yeah. What Nigeria is passing through now is something that has been already planned. And what I don't really understand is why people cannot just really reason properly. The solution to our problem is not election. What we need now is not election. And from how things are unfolding now, I can tell you that this country is about to break. Something is happening. Something is happening. From the way things are going now, you see the man. You see the man Tinubu as a vice. This one is a criminal. It is not me.
Are they with you?
And the P2B cannot go there. This is the truth. This is the truth. People will not like to hear, but this is the truth. Even if you win, it is impossible for a Fulani man to hand over power to an Igbo man. It can never happen. It let the country burn down. It can never happen. Do you understand me? So I just want our people to begin to reason towards this angle.
You remember that audio, that phone conversation between Shettima and Amos?
Yes. Yes.
Where he said they are so happy that they have taken over the power now. Yeah?
Yes.
And with the way it is, right, they will do everything to ensure that the Igbos are nothing in Nigeria. That's the record. And that person with that same mentality is about to be the president of family, the vice president, president of Nigeria.
Today, I was telling my wife, I say, if you watch how these people do their things, these APC people, they just do what they want to do. They don't care about whether you like it or you don't like it. They just do, and they believe that when they do it, they will go away with it. Nothing will happen. And at the end of the day, they will still do it. They will succeed. You know what I mean? Because if you look at the man Tinubu choose now, Tinubu is not considering what people will say or how you feel about that. No.
And they just want to become president, right?
You know,
and whatever they
when they ask,
to get it, go.
Yes. They will, when they ask him, why are you so sure that you will win? He said they will win. He assures you that they will win. Because he's not counting on people's vote. Other people are just doing obedience and all that. My brother, I do not believe in that. I'm an Igbo man. By the way, I'm calling from Barcelona. This is my first time I'm calling you. And I've been following you since 2017 when I was living in Germany. You know? So, yeah, our people,
I'm coming to Barcelona in 2023, by the way, with my family, and at some point, I will do a meet and greet in Spain when I'm there.
Hey, please, when you come, I'll come with my wife, my kids. I will come. I would like
to be about 6 months old before we begin to take her everywhere, because we have a plan.
No, please, whenever you are coming to Barcelona, please try so we can see. Let us have some great
friends in there, every city.
Please. They will support you. My family will love you.
I will love you.
We support you. We watch your program every day. Thank you very much. What you are doing, I just pray and wish that people will listen. But at the end of the day, at the end of the election,
reminding them that even if we cannot automatically make them see reasons, right? Fine.
Yes, exactly.
Now make all your choices. You must also learn how to live with the consequences of your choices.
With the consequences.
Yeah, maybe when you don't like the consequences, you stop making those choices. It's all yours.
But they cannot stop. These are black people. They cannot stop. They always believe that when somebody can say,
my brother, see, people will not vote God every election. Nowhere where I say God posted poster that I wanted to be president in Nigeria, right? Now, every 4 years, this guys group, they go to their different thieves, they give them power from local level to national level, right? Now, when they begin to deal with them, these people will then turn around and say, God, why you have you?
God,
come and save us.
It's not funny. I just laugh.
Consequences of their choices, they will be stop bothering God or expecting God to come and save them. They will know that nobody is coming to save them but themselves. So we will keep remembering.
I was telling someone one day, this was we see we have been living here over the years. When they have problem with their government, they fight their way out. They fight you. If you make any useless law that they don't like, they will fight you. And within 2 hours,
they are the ones who are going to die. So you can't sit in an air-conditioned office making
I want to just. People will be praying, speaking in tongues. Sometimes I'll just laugh.
Education is so expensive, they say. But they say if you think education is expensive, my brother, try ignorance. Look at what ignorance has done to Nigeria. It is more expensive to recover from the damages of ignorance. We need to remind them, please. Baba, let me take another one.
Man, thank you very much. God bless you, my brother. God bless you.
Cheers, man. Yeah. Now, I have another person on. Here we go. Hello there, sir.
Yeah, one more.
How are you?
Hello,
Kedu, my brother.
My brother.
How are you tonight, sir? Osita.
Yeah, keep up. My tithe and offering for you is just to keep up the good work.
It's just single one. And Once you give it, you can relax all night and enjoy the temple. We built this. We did.
Yeah. My brother, I want to start with the issue of this Muslim ticket. Somebody said it is. Yeah, somebody said all he said. There's some sense in all he said, and but I want to really dispute that fact that Muslim ticket, it doesn't matter. You see, one thing people don't understand is most of the times you look at, I've always said, you look at the US, you look at the Europe, the UK, how things are done there, and you think, oh, that it could be done in our own place too, in Africa. But the reason we are having all this problem, the Europeans, they came, the whites, they came, and what did they do? They divided us so much.
Yes.
You say language, tongue, they matter a lot than religion. They matter a lot. So because they divided us so much, and that is the reason in every part of Africa, we keep talking about who comes from the north, who comes from the south, who comes from the west, who comes from the middle, they come from everywhere. It is only in Africa. I live, thank God I've lived here in America for so long. I lived in UK for a while too. My brother, we don't know where they call South UK. We don't know where they call North UK. We don't know where they call this thing. So they weaponized our problems with that, and we followed suit. Then the next thing that came was the issue of Muslim and Muslim.
Religion.
Because of the society where we dwell, you cannot call this. If I say it, somebody will now tell me, what about Abiola? But let me tell you the truth. It is a bitter truth.
Please.
Ask yourself the question, who did Abiola run against? God bless MK Abiola, because it's the man I know. Every Friday we go to his place. He gives us money. Friday, we play football in Ikeja. But who did he run against? He ran against the most weakest candidate from the north. And being the weakest candidate, there's a reason that thing was done that way. It is between Abiola and IBB. The truth has not been said at all, because one person is gone. So one person can just say, this is the reason, it's a bad child.
In his own way.
Yes. There is something in between them that has to do with payback. And they did that payback to him. So it has nothing to do
with what we are witnessing today. They said a Milocon. Exactly. And it seems like it's a reward for the effort of Tinubu that made the Boko Haram the president. So he has to be rewarded. Pretty much like the same thing.
So you ask yourself, who did he come up against? That election was meant to be annulled from day one they started it.
Wow.
That was how they designed. That was how they designed that Abiola, that Hope 93 is going to die. That's the way they designed it, and that's the way it went. So they don't care.
So
if it is Muslim and Muslim ticket.
Osita, you know, next year is going to be 30 years after Hope 93.
Yeah.
That got dashed.
After Hope 93.
And the same condition they gave to, you know, Atiku had to step down for Abiola in that 1993.
Exactly.
Yeah. Some other power brokers who stood down, who eventually popped up Kinjibe, and as usual, they were like, don't worry, Muslim ticket will, because that's the only ticket that represents the interest of the North at the time. Yeah. And Baba Gana Kinjibe became the running mate to Abiola. Eventually, like you said, scripted, never to succeed. So, 30 years after, do you think this man, Kolu and Shettima, the what do I call him? Ashishe 2023? Maybe I will let you speak.
Yes, it is still the same thing that we are about to see. Yes, it is still the same thing that we are about to see.
Tell us.
Like that same man, that same caller said, Obi will win the election, but he will never become the president. I said the same thing to my friend, who I know is one of the great supporters of Labour Party, Obedience, they were one of the people who the NSAS movement. And I was telling him that this guy, even if he wins the election, that this guy is never going to be the president.
Because that's like a paradigm shift. That means, yeah. But where is the factor of Obasanjo in that? Because you see, sometimes when we say that, right, like this is a political convo now, just, you know, widen it by, in a way, right? We heard that Obasanjo played a role behind the scene to pave way for Obi's entrance into the northern Nigeria against all odds, right? And it seems that somehow Obasanjo is making an headway, right? So where does that factor comes in when if Obi wins, like you said, they will make him?
That is what I'm saying. The factor could be there, but either you like it or not, power belongs to the person that is holding it.
That's right. And they see the person that is holding it, not the people behind him, no?
Not the people behind it. There's, when you say absolute power, when it comes to the time of crisis, then you will know who is holding it.
That power.
I will not lie to you. Just last week, Malamu got married to
Boko Haram's daughter.
Buhari's daughter.
The lady
secretly,
has six children.
But it was leaked.
And now third wife. What's going on?
You know that it secretly. You know it was secretly, but it was leaked out. Do you remember that?
Secret wedding. Now I know. I heard it.
But let me tell you something that people are not saying. I keep saying it from the beginning, the very first day I entered this place. These particular people don't look like people who are going to lead power. The whole thing that you saw that happened, Hope 93, if we don't take time, 100% of it is going to play back again. And they will decide and say, oh, let's start all over again. Would they do that
against somebody not in their circle? Or would they do that for themselves? Because look at it this way. They have everything working for them. Tinubu can rig the election all over the country and then like Buhari did, right? And he can have it. And say all of you should go to the Supreme Court and the rest of that. So, does that mean that if Obi or Atiku stage a surprisingly, then they will just play the last card where Malamu is being retained? You remember he wanted to be governor of Kebbi? He had to withdraw.
Yeah.
This is a guy who shared the 100 million naira car. I'm talking about expensive automobiles. Right?
Let's be factual. Let's behave like a social here. Something is cooking. Let's be very factual. This election, under their playbook, what happened in PDP, that's the way it's going to look like.
Tell us about that.
Kwakwa Show will go down and tell you that, oh, let's support the guy from the PDP article. That is what is going to be the playbook.
But what I am saying, Kwakwa is celebrating Tinubu's Muslim ticket right now. Or some said the celebration is that thank God Tinubu has finally shot himself. Then that opened the door for
Atiku. No, that's the celebration. That's the celebration.
You believe that?
So now, that is the celebration. There's no doubt about it. And when I read it this morning, I said, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. So what we are seeing now is, for one, it doesn't look like these people are going away.
It doesn't look so.
They are not going away. One way or the other, you will see the playbook of Hope 93 coming back to life. And when it comes back to life, they will only specify us and say they've made consultation and they've gone around the country as Buhari.
For the unity, for the progress and all of that stuff. Yeah. Keywords they normally use. For the unity of this country, let us you and who.
Yeah.
They will go come in.
So, now, in conclusion to what I am going to tell you right now, is no matter what we are doing, no matter what we are saying, we tear each other, we tear each other up and down. Any of us who is not looking in the direction of breaking up this contraption, the person is just a fool. I am sorry to say. Because all this nonsense is not going to take us anywhere.
We are just buying time.
The only option that we have, all these things they are saying, state police, the state will be this and this independent. I don't think so.
It's not going to.
Nigeria is not big enough to have all this nonsense.
You know the whole thing. Make I tell you, right? When I was reading about restructuring, right? You know, there was a time I used to talk about restructuring as part of option and all of that. I can't realize that people who were putting up the restructuring think they were smart, and other Nigeria won't see through it. Then they saw through it. They rejected it. Do you know that restructuring is like the structural breakup of Nigeria that will later make this issue of centralized something useless? Nobody will even want to be president of any Nigeria. You would rather go to your region where you have activeness, where it's real, right? Exactly. So I was reading the restructuring, and I was like, no wonder they rejected it. It is actually like structural breakup of Nigeria, Sha. Honestly.
Do you know? Let me give you this thing now. Do you know the only place the Nigerian government? Do you know where they spend their money?
Tell us.
They spend their money on consultancy. You think all this thing they do that is the Fulani brain?
Yeah.
They spend their money on consultancy. People tell them what they are doing.
Yeah.
In order to keep the contraption together.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they have lobbyists. They are paying hundreds of millions of dollars too, Baba.
Million.
I know about that.
Yes. If you say that, that let the states govern themselves, believe me, we won't get what we are still looking for.
Where would they
go? We will still get what we are looking for.
One Nigeria.
But
there will be no money.
Because Nigeria is a small country, we are supposed to be under regional government.
Honestly.
If they ask to go back to regional government, that is when we are now having a conversation.
Yes.
That is when the reason Ojukwu was able to say, I hereby declare Biafra.
I'm going to let you go. You see all these key things they bring about, right? They are so great for this conversation. I'll take that one, right? Do you know I was reading about what Ojukwu signed in Aburi? It wasn't to break up Nigeria. Do you know that? It was actually to make the eastern region to continue to thrive on their own, on their own pace, without any interference from any part of Nigeria. That was what they signed. And it was, they said when they got to Nigeria, they explained it to Ojukwu. They said, so they explained it to Gowon. Gowon, you the Chris?
It was the Oba Benin. It was the Oba Benin that said, you just give them everything.
Yeah, that's what they told you. They said, you the mentor. You allow Ojukwu to have, do you understand? This is even like the best deal, better than the independence deal that Eastern, Western, Northern region signed. Oh, this one, you go just they appear like say you'll be president. You are not president of the whole country anymore. They trashed it and they killed 5 million people just to cover it up. I am sad for that.
So that is the only time we will have the conversation, because whatever the country Nigeria buys as their military warhead, they will have to share it within the region. So that is the only way you can have that.
If it continues to exist, will derive its power from the region. Therefore, the region cannot threaten the region or anybody. That is the real power, and the journey towards the final. If everybody won't go their way, there's no point to buy guns.
So, again, so at the end of the day, like I told that my friend, I said, if let's say what's his name, P2B or Showora, they win. After 8 years, what becomes the game? We'll go back to status quo.
Go back to the status quo, yeah. Or you have to fight a war in order not to let those who brought Nigeria to a point where P2B had to be sought after. You have to fight not to make sure they get to power again. But why? Because of Nigeria.
So
come on.
So I was saying it makes no sense. So anybody that thinks that this Muslim and Muslim ticket is wrong, I mean, it's not wrong. It's wrong as far as Nigeria is concerned.
It is insensitive.
Well,
you know what I mean now? It is not wrong, but morally it may be wrong, but it is quite insensitive for those who call themselves political leaders in Nigeria not to give a damn despite all this division, and they went for it like we don't care. That is insensitive.
My brother,
guess what? It's going to get worse.
Yeah, my brother, the only reason I told you is wrong. You don't plant granite seed in the rice plantation. Yeah, some of them are still plantation. You don't. Because of the way the contraption is. If you presented Christian and Christian ticket, what do you think
Nobody
they would
will accept that too.
So
Not at the national
that's the
level,
reason I'm
but they are
just
giving excuses of Shebi Taraba, Shebi Cross River, Shebi. I say, they give excuses for something you are going to cry. You cry river, you cry blood. Ask those who champion the Boko Haram. Osita, let me take another one, okay, Baba?
Thank you very much. God bless you,
You have a good one. There. I have another caller. Thank you very much, Kenuzo. I'll read your comments, by the way. 1 second, my caller, if you don't mind. Just 1 second, please. Now, Maiyegun, in North Korea, Russia, Venezuela, UAE, don't our people think they already thought they would just vote out the criminals? Are Nigerians sane? That's a big one. Listen, the right answer is that Nigerians are not sane. Nigerians are not normal. I didn't say it. Their government said it, right? The National Bureau of Statistics said over 70%, well, Ministry of their Health, by the way, repeated by their Minister of Health at the time, Isaac, what is his name again? Ayola or something, Isaac. He said that over 70% of Nigerians are suffering from schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is anopolo, wiri gidi. So if I tell you, say, I am not trying to mock you or wish you evil. Now, your own Minister of Health once told us that over 70% of Nigerians they have mental health problem. Why? The frustration, not too much. Wahala, not too much. Here we go. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Maiyegun General. This is my second time of calling. I'm so lucky.
The second time. Do you mind telling us your name?
Yeah, I'm calling you from Dublin, Ireland.
From Dublin, class.
Yeah, I'm just very close to you. Yeah.
I like that. Now you're alive. Everybody can hear you, sir. I'm sorry I muted you earlier because
I'm not going to keep you for so long. Yeah. I'm not going to keep you for so long. Just to say, congratulations for the arrival of Leila.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Just with regard to Agbeke and other kids as well. Okay, so hopefully, when I come to Scotland one of these days, we meet up.
And I would love to see that, sir. I was, you see, I went somewhere yesterday, right? And then we had to drive into, this boat that will take you across the river, right? Then you continue and all of that. Then immediately I just, I told Agbeke, I said, you remember we had a plan that we were going to go to Dublin and we're going to go by ferry, so which means we'll drive into this, they'll take us across. Who knows? We may run into ourselves soon in Dublin too.
Yeah,
seriously,
no, when
I
you
have a
come
lot of plan
into
for next year.
when you come into Dublin, that's my number there. I live in Dublin myself. Yeah,
we have a lot
just
planned for
give the
next
call.
year.
You have my number.
I have to say, well, again, sir.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, you have my number there anyway, and I will listen to you all the time.
I know.
Even though if I miss the live show, I always go back and listen back, right? I've never missed any of your shows, right? And if you come into Dublin, you will surely say it on the show, and I will know in advance. Even though if you don't, I'll surely know the show.
Sir, it's called meet and greet, okay? Just few people who have time. They will say, "Oh, Maiyegun, are you going to be there?" Because we know how it is now. Not all of us get the time, but as usual, of course, I'll tell everyone. I'm not a ghost.
I can't wait to meet the great man. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I know.
Very quick one,
and I would love to meet a lot of people as well. And I think 2023 is one of them. So I am going to be on the move a lot in 2023.
Okay.
God willing.
That would be fantastic.
Yes, sir.
That would be fantastic. God will grant you good health. Amen. And enough protection around your family to be able to achieve that. Okay. Now, very quick one, Maiyegun. I'm not going to stay for too long.
Come on, go for it, sir.
Yeah. I've been trying to call, during the time when that lady was killed in Sokoto. I forgot her name now.
Deborah.
That she was Deborah, exactly. I've been trying to call and it's been very difficult. Do you know that this Fulani, this northern dominant, and taking absolute, I don't want to use the bad word now, control of the entire country has been going on for so long.
Yeah,
I'll give an example, Maiyegun. Anybody that is listening on this call that have been in that from Lagos Island. I'm from Obalinde, right?
Good.
In Lagos Island.
We have somebody from the real Lagosians here now. Now tell me, sir, go on.
Exactly.
Please.
And during the time, there's this Eyo festival that is done in Lagos, right? And during Eyo festival, right? One of the law one of the control
the customary, or let me say the customary law, the tradition, so to say, sir. Go on.
Tradition, exactly. That's the right word. You are not meant to wear shoe or slipper.
That is right. I know about that.
Yeah, exactly. Do you believe that Hausa people will wear shoe, they will wear slippers, and if them try to stop them or do anything, they have their dagger in their agbada or in their pocket. So the extent that the army in Dodan Barracks changes that nobody should touch the Hausa people, even though they wear shoe or they wear slippers during their festival.
So that don't cause wahala.
I'm talking about early 80s now. Early 80s, mid 80s.
40
all
years
this dominance, all this power play, it's been going on for so many years. It's not a new thing at all.
Sir, you know what they did to us, right? They managed to condition us to accept all those anomalies, right? Because like you said, when we were growing up, it's like it's a normal thing for somebody from northern Nigeria, either Hausa or Fulani, to carry knife. But you as a Yoruba man, it is a crime. You can't carry knife. So they condition us that way for years. Guess what, sir? The generation that conditioned us to see people carrying knife and stabbing people and say, hey, what did you do to it? Don't provoke them. Or you said don't provoke them. You know what I mean now? That generation, they are now telling us to get used to those carrying AK-47 that could enter our village and kill us and say, hey, be careful. You know, they have AK. That is why we are rejecting that, I believe. Sir.
Exactly. You see, just to back what you said just now before my call came in, right?
Yeah.
About Nigeria having schizophrenia, a mental disease. Just to back it up, right?
Yes, sir.
Look at Obalende. There have been many times that they said Obalende, the whole entire land in Obalende is only meant for the people that own the land for 100 years. Just last year, there was a threat that they are going to take Obalende off the owner or the landlord.
Oh, the landowners.
And they noticed that the person, they noticed that the person behind it is Ashwaja Nwuli.
As usual, again, people of Ethiopia, local government will never forget what he did to them in 2004, 2005. He promised them a general hospital. Remember that, sir? Go on.
Yeah, I remember vividly. So the same man was the one behind to take up the land of the whole entire Obalende because it's very close to Ikoyi.
Wow.
Right? And you will believe that people that live in Obalende all their entire life, and they have this rumor that he's the one behind it. Come the election, they will revolt against him to make sure that he doesn't even smell that position. You will be surprised.
You think they have the capacity to do that?
No, not even capacity now. Yeah, maybe capacity. What I mean is, at least they will revolt within their own power.
In their own
Everybody's
small
limited
space.
to their own personal.
Right.
Exactly. You only have one vote. You know what I mean? You only have one vote. That people will vote with their own vote. That okay, no, this guy is not going to happen. You won't believe it, Maiyegun. More than 70% of people there, they are still clamoring for this guy.
Unfortunately.
That is complete madness.
You know one thing, sir, where we sometimes feel like something is really wrong with our people, right? They are going through all of this right now, Abi. Now, let's say Tinubu now become the president and they take over the whole place. You will see the same people, right? They will now gather themselves. They will say they want to go and beg Tinubu in Bodilon to look into their case, to help them beg the people that took their land. Meanwhile, they know that it's the one behind it. Oh. They will now come and you'll be seeing videos of help us beg Tinubu. They are going to make me homeless. And then you say, Mama, but I saw your video where you are jumping up and down for a yilokon. Because you will kiss it bye-bye. Now we need to let them know the consequences of all this action. So it's unfortunate.
Oh God. During my last call,
yes,
I don't know if you remember, I said that in my area, right? Yes. Only 2 people voted for, maybe there's more that I know of, voted for Shure during the last election.
You said it.
Exactly.
I think you told us then that you even called people, you gave them money, and you said, please do this, that, and I want you to deliver for AAC in that place, but everything came back as 2 people, you said.
I'm telling you, even those two people, they are even afraid to cast their vote. That is how bad it is. And when you could, for example, in Lagos State now, when people are saying someone like Peter Obi or Obedience, whatever, are they thinking there are some election in Ethiopia that the ballot box is in the palace of the Kabiyesi?
Yes.
Will you go in there and vote for any other person apart from
No.
You not even dare not. You dare not even try to do that.
Democracy be
and they are saying this is democracy. Exactly. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? You know what?
It is even more heartbreaking, sir. It's more heartbreaking when you see the victims of the system coming to argue with you or trying to convince you that what you are saying is not as bad as you are saying it. It's more heartbreaking. I'll just be like, God, man, can invest something like my jai, but it is what it is, isn't it? Baba, let me take another call again, right? Thank you so
no
much.
No problem. It's so nice. It's so nice getting through tonight. And hopefully, I'm looking forward to you coming to Dublin. My regard to Adeke
and yours too.
Leila
to Madam.
Thank you so much,
Baba, cheers.
All right,
I'll take another call. Here we go. Hello there. Hello, sir. Ma.
Hello, Maiyegun Larry.
Larry.
Yeah, Larry.
How are you today, Baba?
What's going on, man?
Well,
man, I did okay. Good evening to everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning. Every time.
In Scotland, will be like same old. We are back here. So, Larry.
Yeah. Man, I have just some kind of whatever to have to, especially what Osita said. Osita said something. 1993 is, is going to replay itself. And yes, it is going to replay itself. But that is if the Fulanis allow us to even cast votes. Because the thing is, they're going to declare a state of emergency. And when they declare a state of emergency, let everybody listen very well. You know all those recruits that they put in their army. The reason why they are killing all the young, able-bodied Igbo guys is just because they are already, working towards their plan. These guys are brutal. They're going to declare a state of emergency. Falano has already said it that with the whole situation on ground, he doesn't see any election coming. So let the obedience keep fooling themselves. If a whole Falano can say that, and he knows what is going on, and good Lord Jonathan already used that same excuse back then in his own days, saying, okay, Bruno and whatever is not.
It wasn't this bad. Then.
Exactly. So, it's now so bad that obedient people should open their eyes. You see, this thing is very annoying. When you are telling people stuff and they seem to be stupid and foolish, you feel like you want to slap the shit out of their face. Maybe they are, I'm more alone. I don't want to go too angry because,
you don't want to go full American on us. Yo, man, this is,
you
know what I mean? But
my brother, man. Oh, you feel like slapping the shit out of their face, and this chin in their face is just, man, I don't want to say it. But you know what? Nigerians are so funny. Igbo has already said it. Whoever it is that wants to listen, let them listen. And I heard something about Ghanaian Adam saying, blah, 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 blah. That one is just for himself and his pocket. And every OPC member that...
What did
Baba
Adam say?
Oh, you know how he's into politics, so let's just leave that guy alone.
Yeah.
We are all on our own. Yeah, we are all on our own. Anything Ghana don't say, going back and forth. My brother, that's how politicians do, man. You understand? That's how politicians do. So don't let us keep fooling ourselves thinking that Ghanaian Adam is going to help us. See, I've already said it. I think I said it last time. I say if we don't make use of this opportunity to make use of the enthusiasm and the zeal that these people have, Igbo, Baba, Baba Mejeji, Oruko skip Bori missing. Adeniran àti Akintoye. And Onitiri and Ayiloge, all these people, all these Baba, if you don't make use of their goodwill to the service of the Yoruba nation, my brother, we are going to lose it forever.
We may miss it too.
That's what I'm just saying. Because with the way things are, is it these Ghanaians that we are going to put our trust in? Is it who again? Who again? Just name. Who are we going to put our trust in? We have to use the zeal these people have now to be able to get what we want once and for all. And that's it. No, this guy already said it. Baba Igboho already said it. He said, Okonu Alele. I keep listening to that music, that evergreen song that says, Botiri Nigbaye Nuwa, Ombeni Sinyo, Okolo Timun so, Ipe Jesu Onide Mo, Okolo Sope Yoruba Nation Onide o. Irọ́jẹ̀ lọ pa o, nítorí pé kí ni? Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ó wá ní nígbà tó ṣẹlẹ̀, wípé gbogbo wọn wá rèdí ọkọ̀. Wọ́n wá ní Nuwa. Àbọ̀ ọmọ mímọ̀ ni èmi lọ́bílẹ̀ yẹ̀yẹ̀ rẹ̀ o. Baba, when this thing happen, they go begin the run.
It's a matter of time.
Baba, it's just a matter of time, and time will tell. That's just it. That's just my brother.
I like that phrase. And you know my own favorite part, the difference between here and there. We are here now. We are going there, right? The difference between here and
it's
there
just the T.
Is the T, right? Which is the time. So
and the T is time, yeah. Time will tell. My brother. That's just it. That's all I have to say, man.
Thanks, man.
Odua Nation now. My brothers in Biafra Nation, the obedience. Stop fooling yourselves, too. There is no election. They will declare a state of emergency. You guys will lose. That's just what I have to say. That's it. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Baba. I'll take another one, and then we'll be rounding up gradually, okay? I have another caller. Here we go. Hello there. Hello. Let's see. One sec. I'm trying to bring you.
Brother.
Oh, grand. I've connected to the main one.
Brother, sure. That's a Glasgow.
Oh, yeah.
I want to learn.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Nice
one. I'm come back. Yeah.
Nice one.
Wọ́n ní àwọn tó wà ní UK ń pariwo ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n lọ fóyìnbó wọ́n lọ fẹ́ nìkan láti gbàwé tó bá jẹ́ bó ṣe easy nìyẹn ìwọ náà ò dẹ̀ gba visa kó wá fóyìnbó. Tẹ̀lé ń tọ̀ wọ́n.
Nígbà tí láti wò kó bóyá àwọn tó ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà àwọn náà ó ti yẹ ń sìn kì í ṣe out of order ways.
Bàbá tẹ̀lé ń tọ̀ wọ́n.
Látànà.
Tẹ̀lé ń tọ̀ wọ́n. Kérúbù ń deceive wọn. Bàbá mi ní much láti sọ ní pé I just want to appreciate you for all your good job. You've said it all. The so-called pastors, they will have their breakfast, they will have their brunch, they will have their lunch, and they will have their dinner. Baba?
They will have supper, they will have dinner. They have every available meal as served and dished by Nigeria.
I'm sorry to use this to balance. Emo ìgbà tí àgbàdo bá ṣe jáde. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn àgbàdo tó máa ṣe jáde, tó máa ń rẹ̀ gbé títì yẹn. Téèyàn máa rà tó máa fi ṣẹ̀wà alágbàdo tó bá ti délé. Tó bá kọ́ àdàlú, àdà fún yín bàbá. Tó bá ṣe àdàlú yẹn, ẹmọ báwọn èèyàn ṣe máa ń yàgbẹ́. Tó bá kọjá àdàlú, wọ́n fún yẹn. Àwọn ọ̀gbẹ́ oníwọ́rọ́wọ́ yẹn.
It go purge you. No chopper much. It go purge you. All right, Jama purge everybody. Now everybody go collect.
But I send you one picture. 2017. I got one place for Ogba.
Right.
No, Ablegba is Azu. I might be near Amala Junction. I'm the one bombing one more area.
Right.
Amala Junction. I might be. When your sister for here born my son, my 8 months long mommy wa mo ti gbé fúnra mi nìkan gbé lọ Naija.
Yeah.
My demo receipt Man, share Jamala with you.
Yeah.
Me, I no scared now. The street. I'm on Keja. I'm on Guru.
Tell me.
So, one funny thing happened 2017. I bring up my here. I lost it. I send you that video and that picture this night. When you talk about that flood, no be to say this in the app. Baba, people are just being dumb. And when you got a job with me, Baba, all by 2017.
Did you hear them? But that's it. That's the only thing we do. Tomorrow, I'm going to go, you number one. Well, I want
to cook. You understand me? You see, all the things where they talk, Baba, nobody need to tell you, me, I they tell you who are you, my blood from another mother.
Thank you.
Or Takura Baba so,
what is so
all the things where you don't talk since they happen. And they never say anything, Baba.
It is just
I tell one my friend where would they from here they go Niger. I know Niger, I'm on Niger. It's actually a lot more. But Niger na time bomb. And my banga ya just a man here, but I kill it. So my knee can you buy it? So my look looking it. So my sister no see. I'm a do day. But do they look? I'm a look.
Ticking time bomb.
Baba, then go chop Baba,
TikTok.
Baba, then go chop their breakfast, then go chop their brunch.
Bless you.
What about dinner gone leluri? They never say anything.
And Baba, let me tell them, nobody is coming to save anybody. Now we go save ourselves. See. When you are done,
Baba, what is done now?
You will drop it. And
when the time comes, you people will fight for yourself.
Yes, he said it.
Baba, how on earth? When I know they mad, when I know they crazy, that's in Yahweh. Can you come and suffer me in your seat? To present as Boko Haram terrorists, sponsor Boko Haram. Only Tinubu lo mu jade. Confirm record. Baba, make I tell everybody where they hear this man. You know the talk. Say, if they go check, and the cost of the but yeah, one of these politicians from PDP, one Baba like that, only everything about Tinubu is fake.
But they judge.
And I want to believe that. But they judge. Thank you, Baba. Yes. Baba. Somebody check go. Tamu boya Wusa Fulani go lo fun ya Tinubu loyun. Probably.
Omati emoya ati baba ni ragbiji for real.
No, see, Baba. Ono mo ya ati baba no. One ni no. Baba mo Yoruba ni one ni.
Part of the prayer Tashen Sokota and so is because of Ikpe kò sẹ́ni tó mọ actual truth about anything about it.
Everything about this man is fake. Lórí irọ́ ni. What time to rawa?
So our expect
for the so-called Nigeria, first one system. Baba, àwọn làánú mi ṣe. Bolu,
that's why I told them. That's why I told them.
He make one comment for comment section. He say, when I make comment, say, Baba, other people, most of me last week, the comment section, but people, Igbo berry no bu. Ngba ti ke so pe
oh don't know fago berry. Area grand wheat. Abi na graveyard.
Buhari, we dey smoke good. He dey smoke Igbo. The graveyard Igbo.
Graveyard with me.
Buhari, he dey smoke Igbo. Igbo graveyard.
You do.
Bolu Baba say
Igbo berry, which is a wet one.
Igbo berry ni.
No pot.
Chemical burúkú ló wà lára rẹ̀. Èèyàn tó mú Igbo berry kí lè expect látọwọ́ ẹ̀.
Kẹ̀wá ní kó wá speak a sense. Kó act normal.
Baba, Nigerians are not acting too much now. Baba, we are not acting too much. Normal, basic life amenities,
of course.
Give us water, give us light, give us good road, give us good health.
We can take care of ourselves.
Baba, that is it, Baba. As I'm talking to you today, the UK government, me and you know, my own wife, she's a senior research officer in this country.
Which is amazing.
You understand me? I won't mention her name. You understand me? Anytime she's working at home, I will just pick it from back.
Just to say hi. But she will never be working around this hour. Hopefully she will just to say hi
No,
someday.
She's in bed now.
Go on.
She's in bed now. She was like, I'll call me. My husband, this Maiyegun you've been listening to since all these years, you are making like this side the year. I say, I'm going into the garden. I'm taking my laptop to the garden. I'm not disturbing people.
I'm not going to go to bed. You're not going to go to bed and knowing that Maiyegun is live. You're not going to sleep. Come on. You're just going to be there like, oh, what's they do for this bed? I'm going to the garden. That's how you do it.
That is it.
God bless you.
We are not asking too much.
Not too much.
All we need is normal, basic life amenities that every human being on earth deserves. That is all. That is all.
And it's nothing to ask. And they have pledged never to
understand
give
me,
us.
Baba? See, I'm not saying I'm not saying don't buy house in UK, don't buy house in London, don't buy house in America, don't buy house in Austria, don't buy house in Switzerland. No. But back home, all I need is, okay, I want to travel to Nigeria now with my family. In the family, there is constant light, there is good road, in the family, there is security, in the family. That is all I need.
There's good drainage system. There are things that provide a little bit of comfort. Nobody is asking for paradise. We are not even living in paradise in the UK. Don't we complain about some of the boroughs that are not so clean? Are we not complaining about a council flat that have been infected with rats? Are we not complaining about things here? It's not paradise. But the fact is, majority of them works. They actually work in the interest of the majority.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Make I give you one small gist to find.
Tell us. Give us.
My 21 years old daughter, her mother gave birth to her when I was on the street in Nigeria, hustling. I brought her here when she was 11.
Right.
2020, I was in Nigeria for like 10 months during the COVID. When I came back, I was like, okay, you know what I will do? Just next year, I will just buy tickets for you and your younger brother. We'll go to Nigeria during the summertime, the 6 weeks holiday. You know what she did?
What did she do?
I didn't born her here. I didn't give birth to her here. My wife married me, accepted me without my 11 years old daughter when we met in Sweden. And I always appreciate her. God bless.
Thank her for me. There are not many that does that and stay with you that long.
There are not many.
Not say she was 11 when you brought her. That was over 10 years ago. It means you met her.
Baba, she's the one that even brought her.
She's still here.
The first application I did.
Go on, Baba.
Baba, the first application I did for her, they refused her. We went to Crown Court. She went to Crown Court
to appeal,
to fight for that appeal. Yeah, and she won. We didn't pay for any lawyer. She did all the paperwork. You know, you need to send the paperwork 2 weeks before the day of your court sitting. She sent a copy to the Home Office. The lawyer from the Home Office, he was like, oh, here is your lawyer. I said, I don't have a lawyer. He said, oh, who did the paper? I said, my wife. I said, really? Where does she work? I said, I don't need to tell you that. And the guy was just looking at me. He's a British. He was just looking at me. Oh, okay. after that, I told my daughter, I said, don't worry, 2021, we'll go on holiday, 3 of us, go to Nigeria. You know what my daughter did?
What did she say?
She went straight to her stepmother to tell her stepmother that, come, please go and talk to your husband. That's what she said, though. Go and talk to your husband. I'm not going to Nigeria in the next 30 years. What are they doing in Nigeria? Killings every day. All those corruption, all those things. No, I'm not going back to that. Yes.
The next 20 years or next 30?
She said 20 years.
Baba, you get job. Oh. No wonder we must fight for Yoruba nation. Our children should not imbibe the culture of never want to be home. And that's exactly what they want to achieve. That's exactly what Nigeria is achieving. Send us away. Send the best away.
Every night. How will someone will now tell me that I don't know what I'm doing? I'm listening to Maiyegun.
They have no idea.
Every night. They have no idea.
They have no idea. They have no idea.
I mean, it happens in every one of us houses that live in the diaspora. But we keep mute. We don't want to say it out. You know what I mean? It's not as if we're really enjoying that thing, the good life here. All we have access to good life. You do the same thing from Sunday to Sunday, Baba.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Same routine.
Same thing.
It's not life.
You get tired. I've never suffered a fever in my life. I've been in the UK for over 10 years now. I've never suffered a fever. And what is a fever? They say when they cut my grass, right? There's a something grass growing. And you start have to sneeze and sneeze and sneeze. I have friends who have suffered for a while, right? And then people came back from Nigeria. They said, oh boy, if when I was in Nigeria, I had this son. I was like, oh, damn it. You know what? I'm not going to Nigeria. I'll go and get the son elsewhere and I'll pay for it. So imagine if there's no all of this whole thing. I could easily go to Nigeria. If I want to go to Nigeria every month or go to Yoruba land every month, I could afford it. I can afford it, right?
Why not?
But who would pay to go and face all that we talk about here? Are you not deceiving yourself? It is well. See, Baba, I appreciate your time. I appreciate the fact that you shared your own experience with us. The reason why I allow all that kind of personal experiences is because there are people like you who are watching too. Okay,
there are a lot of people who want to say it out, but me, I always tell people, you know what I mean? See, we all need to say all these things out for people that are back home to know what we are passing through here.
Yes. To even understand why we are so concerned.
See, we are not just shouting. We're not just shouting. We're not just ranting. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean? We are feeling the pains more than them.
But they don't know.
But they won't understand. That is the point. They will never understand. They say, Waloyibo. Lóyìnbó ti dájú Nàìjíríà lọ. Ọlọ́run pé gbàdá yìí. Waloyibo. Kí ló ṣe ẹ complain? Ẹ wá sí Nàìjíríà kí wàá rí bó ṣe rí. I'll just be laughing. Now these people, you people don't know what to say.
They have no idea.
But thank you so much. Let me give another question.
I'll let you go and meet the
my regards to your family. Thank you.
We are done for tonight. Until next one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Good night. I'll take another call quickly before we go. Showtime from the Adeyemo family of Ogbomoso to the family of to the Adeyemo family Ogbomoso. Showtime is here representing. Thank you so much, Baba. Hello there. Oh, hang on. I don't know why I didn't get it connected. Hang on. You should be connected to the main one, and I bet I've done that just now, right? Hello.
Hello. Yes, good afternoon.
Now. So, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. My name is Temi from Dallas.
Temi from Dallas. Yes. You see, Temi, I've got some great men from Houston, from Texas, from there, using Texas, from Dallas. Now I've got Temi from Texas, from Dallas. How are you, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Great.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you. Thank you for your consistency and everything.
You're so welcome.
Well, I actually wanted to contribute. Like, I don't know if you've heard about this thing going on in Ibadan now.
Tell us.
Because Ibadan is where like, whenever people steal, then they just lynch them and then start killing them, like jungle justice. Of course, that one is common in Nigeria. We all know that.
Yeah.
Like, but now it's so rampant that now there is a new thing they are now doing.
Okay.
You know, before they just kill them, right? They just put tire, burn them, and that's it. But nowadays, they say when they kill them, while they are killing them, you just see some people, they'll just come with bikes. They'll just start cutting their body parts. Some will cut the leg, cut the...
Everybody want bell.
My mom was telling me that Agbaje, Osheleni Mokola, Osheleni Bikoni challenge. Like, it's now happening very often. Like one Bobby Meji in a month. Lost on Gogon.
So they can suddenly shout, ole, 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 and people will rush. So if they kill the person, then these strange people are called show up, right? And they start cutting the parts.
So you imagine the kind of society our people are still living,
like brutality, the brutishness.
So when we even talk about our people not being able to think very well, it's like we don't even know what good life means.
No.
Imagine, like the high rate of crime. Okay then, but anyway, another thing I would like to say, I don't know if you've thought about it.
Please,
I'm trying
again,
to recommend pamphlets, because this information that you give to us, some of us have access to the internet. So many people don't back there. And they need to hear more of these things. So I'm thinking if that method can work for Jehovah's Witness people, I think it can work for us too.
That's right.
Right? Because I remember when I was in school.
Evangelism that explains all of these things in the pamphlets in Yoruba, in English, and you just give it out and you just don't know who is reading.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah, because I remember that whenever they brought pamphlets to my place, I didn't used to read them. At some point, I just found myself opening and reading them.
When you are bored, you just say,
yes, you just pick it up. That this Yoruba Nation thing that they keep giving me, what's inside it. And then maybe that way we can start telling them what good life looks like and what they can obtain.
Do you know another thing somebody told us? And I said that there are so many ideas to keep this Yoruba Nation in the minds of the people and forever, right? One of them is this radio stations, FM and all that in Nigeria, where you can have a dedicated channel, right? Which is about everything Yoruba, the history, the journey, the destination, how to get there. Things like I'm live right now, I can begin to present through the radio as well. And I said,
I just hope they won't go after it.
You get what I mean? So
that's another thing.
I started the Diaspora Radio International, which presently only hear the audio of all my broadcasts. You go onto Diaspora Radio International, you can listen to me all day, all night, all week, all month, all of my broadcasts in audio, right? But the intention then, was that if we have some platform here abroad, right, and then we're able to get a local radio in Nigeria, work with them in Yoruba land precisely, right? Work with them. All they have to do is this, right? As I'm talking right now, they are there in Nigeria doing their Oselenke job program. Or
all those
all these programs there, right? All they have to do is just remove the cord cable like this. They plug it into another one, which is MaiyegunsDiary broadcast as I'm talking right now. And everybody in Yoruba land will be hearing me. You get what I mean now? So I now realize that to do that, we require a better resources that will stabilize that area of agreement with any station that will take us up. And people can begin to say every night, I want to hear about Yoruba Nation. And it will be there everywhere. Plus the pamphlets.
Yeah.
But we need the resources to do that, man. So I'm taking that in.
Yeah, we still have a lot. We still have a lot. We have a lot to do. Like our people still need to be enlightened. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. So, Timmy from Dallas, thank you so much for participating. She gave us an information about extrajudicial killing that is increasing in Ibadan now, and then their body parts being cut off where they when they got mobbed and all that. So important. So then I have another caller, which I am going to call my own last caller tonight. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Oh, hello, ma. How are you?
Then thank you for your consistency, like the last caller said.
Thank you.
and the perseverance. I'll use that one again. So, Kuf Afarada. So, in Kotimo Confessor,
no, as well. Tí o bá sí ẹmọ tó máa sọ ni pé tí o bá sí àwọn tí à ń bá àwa tá à ń wá gan àti sùn wá wá ẹsẹ ìlàyé máa ń sọ pé àwa là á máa wá ẹ̀yin là á máa bá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ọdẹ ní bàjẹ́.
The Lord will uphold you. Just don't worry, because you can be focused. Yeah, that is it. That's the spirit. Why I called tonight is the lady that just talked because about the pamphlet. The last time I called, we can help our people at home. About California bills concerning security. This time security. We just enumerating what they should do in case there is this, what they should do in case there is that. But the last time you were beat down and you wanted to, then I pray, Allah Asha mo duro pe ki ma tun lo ma gboro Yoruba nation.
Àti sọ pé ní máa mix ẹ̀ bọ́yìn ò dá wa dúró fún ẹni tìta bá wò pé ó right láti ṣe in our own capacity ṣe get in sin. Okay, ẹ ṣe jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí. Ẹ ṣe ká ṣe báyìí ṣá lè ṣe àwọn yẹn as our own little contribution without having to say pé a fẹ́ ṣe and láti again so I'm a manager ma brilliant idea báyìí they are always welcomed, you know that.
I called it ad bills. So any no mo bó ṣe sọ ẹ máa rò pé jẹ́ kí n lẹ́yìn àbí ṣé bí Yorùbá ṣe máa sọ kí n lẹ́yìn support ẹ so I think that so maybe we can do that to help them because we keep telling them they refuse to listen. I don't even think they refuse to listen because it's just that something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. We all know people enumerate.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something that I've actually thought about, by the way, and I'll share that just for the sake of everybody listening to us. You see, what I found is that we know this era always comes, right? Election time where they deceive them, same lies, same people, same thing, and then they do the same thing again. And after that, politicians abandon them, and most of the time, we abandon them too, right? We continue to say, you see now, look at yourselves. See, we told you, we did. Then, before we know it, man, 2 years will come, 3 years will come. The politicians are back, lying to them again. Okay. Then we are back as well, saying, hey, are you still going to do it again? So what I'm thinking now is that we have gone beyond that stage now. We should be getting really involved so that first time, right, we know they know what they are doing, man. But sometimes if they don't do this and it bites them again, what we want to sell to them, we never sell. You get that? So while they are currently being bamboozled here and there with all the lies about one Nigeria, this one we do it, that one we do it, yeah, we should also be able, as us, we should be ready to take over the moment they are disappointed.
The middle, they don't
go back to them. Good. That's what I've actually thought about myself, and I feel like we should go beyond just talking, right? Like you said, we should go into more doings. So when we go into more doings, then we can always be the alternative that politicians won't be able to get back to them and deceive them. But if we don't do something, we can always be wishing, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do something.
But very well, we do something. But very paramount. I want to listen. Come on, saying security. It's flipping now. It's shaking because all around. Now Tinubu log be Shettima. Now our consultation will be bombarded. Our consultation ready and waiting. So I do not know why my people are still walking upside down, thinking that magic will happen. So I don't know what we're going to do, but God will help us. But we can do the little.
See, we already know what to do. We just wish our people will understand better and embrace it. The reason is that many of them are living in denial now. And I don't know what you know, Shemo.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about that.
As in question to come
Shettima is just in fact
2023 ìwọ ọmọ Yorùbá wà lọ bá wọn campaign fún so far no they tire you. Got am be 1 year but the woman elections have consequences as well.
Somebody election she Maiyegun.
Election will only story for another day.
Somebody will do our best.
So hello for thank you so much. On our own part, we are not going to relent. We are not going to
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that.
Right?
Nobody can say nobody meaning the Baba.
I think you cannot the land for war.
So Yoruba, I'm so glad.
Thank you.
And that you assist please stand. God will help.
You know what I said earlier, I said if not for those, amazing people, wonderful people like yourself and many others all over the world, right? Sometimes you probably will see that it's never really going to be worth it to doing this. Right?
So you have them. So be strong.
Thank you so much,
be
man.
Strong.
You have a good one too, okay? And
good night,
nice night.
Thank
you, man. My boy, she's a very wonderful woman. I wish I could show you a picture. Well, speaking of great minds and then wonderful people who have formed a real bond on this platform. They would always make this every night conversation or every now and then conversation we try to share all that is happening in Nigeria in order for us to learn from it, raise alarm, and at the same time mobilize ourselves to fight for what we believe will keep us alive than what Nigeria has done to us. And raising the alarm to know the danger that we are all in is enough to say, well, we care. We do care. Before you become a victim, you are going to be grateful that we are among those who are speaking up. So on MaiyegunsDiary Politico that we have formed such bond, I can tell you there's never a regret or any time of regrets to say, or any time that I feel like, why am I even doing this? You get what I mean? So, because before we become a victim, we should at least put up a fight. This is one of them. As for the issue of our security and the rest of that, I can tell you this: people have not been as security conscious as they are now than they've ever been, so to say, right? Which means that one way or the other, Nigeria has a way of reminding you your place. Now, if you are living in denial of it, if you are being blinded by the fraudulent one Nigeria, rhetorics and all of that, don't worry. Nigeria has a way of putting us in our place. It has a way of showing you that Nigeria doesn't belong to you, doesn't belong to me. It belongs to those we call the owners of Nigeria. And guess what? You are not one. I'm not one. And if we have a choice, if we should be given a choice, if you have a choice, trust me, it's never going to be or it shouldn't be for how to keep Nigeria the way it is. It should be how not to keep Nigeria together for the sake of your own sake. And if you don't care about yourself, can you please take a moment and think about the people you love or people who love you, vice versa. And then you will demand and ask that this madness should be brought to an end. And you can only bring it to an end, right? If you break it up. I'll see you some other time. Until then, I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight. You have been so wonderful as usual. And I'm going to see you some other time, okay? To my callers, contributors, commenters, and all that, great. I appreciate your time with me tonight. And when I see you some other time, hang on, I've got somebody here I want to say thank you to. And it is a super chat, I believe. 1 second. And that is 2324. I believe. So 2324. Thank you. Maiyegun, there is this pop-up that always come on while watching movies on YouTube. I think if Yoruba Nation can have something like that, it is a YouTube advert. Yeah, pop-up when you're watching something or watching a movie on YouTube or any content. So many ways you can tailor art and all that about Yoruba Nation, but you need resources, real resources to fund them. We're going to provide those resources in time. Okay. And until then, right, we'll continue to put all our, all our blocks, all our, all our own weapons in our arsenal. We'll keep piling them up. And when we open them up at some time, right, when the time is right, by the way, though, I wish the time is now, but we don't have the resources as much as we would love to expend them. But trust me, when the time is right, you are going to, oh man, you are never going to be able to avoid the message of, why Yoruba should be on our own. Everybody should have that message on their screen every time, every day. So that you see this fraudulent one that is meant to kill us and then ruin us as it's been doing can be tamed, ended. And guess what? We can break it up and save lives. To every one of you, thank you. I'm going to see you some other time. Until then, stay safe. If you're just joining us, right, you can watch this from the beginning again. And then if not, check it out. If you have actually subscribed onto MaiyegunsDiary Politico on YouTube, like and follow my page on Facebook. If you have done all of that, right, you've done the right thing. But before you go, drop your offering, like the video. That is your own offering, the service tonight. I'll see you some other time. You all have a good night from here.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ìpẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí fa. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.